And car expert Lauren Fix and host of Talk to DIY Automotive, Lauren Fix.
Lauren Fix is
automotive expert Lauren Fix.
Well, Lauren Fix is going to be here. She's here to tell.
It's all about planning ahead and being prepared, and car expert Lauren Fix has some really good ideas.
91% of us are going on vacation this year, and 82% are traveling by car. Your average trip's around 1,200 miles round trip. So you want to make sure that you go to the dealer or your favorite mechanic about a week or so before you... Wiper blades are something we all know about. Yeah, they help you see better, but you know, we forget when these pieces of rubber are hanging up. We just keep them on the car anyhow. Chunks are missing and you can't see. It doesn't make any sense. You need to replace these wiper blades, but you know what happens is you replace them and then suddenly they're streaking and they're chattering again. Here's a quick tip. Get some rubbing alcohol, put it on some paper towel, and rub it along the blade. While it's on your car, it'll take off the grease that's built up over time, and you can see a lot clearer. That makes a lot of sense. Also, when you replace your blades, here's a tip that no one's going to tell you. They all want you to buy blades, but you know what? If you've got more contacts down on this blade touching it, this is what makes you see clear, because these blades have more pressure on it. That makes a lot of sense. So look for a blade that's high quality and get the washer fluid. I know it's easy to take the hose and just fill it up, but reasonably, it makes a lot of sense to use washer fluid. Now, if you live in the colder climates, it really makes sense to use a winter wiper blade. Just like you put on a jacket, your blade has to put one on too. This blade is covered with a piece of rubber. You don't want to leave these on during the summer, by the way. I know everyone does, but you're not supposed to because they actually dry rot. And you want to keep that blade on the windshield. You want to see clear, and get that de-icer washer fluid too. Makes a difference so you don't get that icing on your windshield. Now you've got your car smarts. I'm Lauren Fix, the car coach. Be car care aware. Times have changed, but hot rodders haven't. The goal is still the same, sleeker and faster than the other car, and we're here to help because it's time to talk to DIY. Hello and welcome to Talk to DIY. I'm Lauren Fix.
I'm Steve Ford, and this show...
Lauren Fix, the car coach who you see on the DIY network, is here helping me out this week, and she had a great idea, and that is, let's bring a little bit more physical fitness to adults and kids with a little martial arts. Lauren, take it away.
Well, you know, martial arts is great, Linda, and I know your kids take it too, your son takes it, but one of the things about martial arts is a lot of kids need to build...
And we asked our auto expert, Lauren Fix, to show us the hottest comebacks at the New York Auto Show.
The sexy cars of our youth? Maybe the car that was next door? Is it midlife crisis? Maybe not. But this Jaguar Xk Coupe is a beautiful vehicle. It reminds us of the XKEs of 1967, which had a 3.8-liter or 4.2-liter V6. Those cars are worth between $45,000 and up to over $100,000 based on condition and rarity. This Xk Coupe can be yours or convertible. Nothing like having a convertible with the wind blowing through your hair.
One of them constantly speeding up, slowing down, changing lanes is actually burning more fuel.
Exactly, and it can actually cost you as much as 30%. If you decide to be an aggressive driver, it's actually costing you fuel economy. Also, these jackrabbit starts, light turns green and you step on the gas. This is, you know, as hard as you can. And my biggest thing, avoid excessive idling.
And what constitutes excessive idling? How long should you let your car run?
That's a perfect example, and the person who's listening will probably know, but someone sat in my driveway last weekend for an hour with their large SUV idling, and I said, please, shut the truck off. It was killing me because I know that it's 0 miles to the gallon when you sit there and idle, which is why hybrids are a great thing if you live in big cities.
So over a minute, you turn your car off?
Finding the perfect car is no easy feat when you have a family, so we did the work for you and hit the road to find the top 3 vehicles for your family. Here to tell us about them is the car coach and host of Talk to DIY Automotive, Lauren Fix. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you.
Okay, what should people be looking for when they go out to buy that family car?
First thing is a 5-star crash test rating. That means you've got the safest vehicle on the road. That's front impact, side impact, and rollover resistance. Plus, you want anti-lock brakes. Don't buy a vehicle without anti-lock brakes, ABS. And also, you want some sort of traction control. You've got your precious car on the road.
Pet peeves. Lauren, obviously there are a lot of people doing crazy things out on the road. Right. I mean, what do you think happens the most? What are people most guilty of?
I would say first thing is no turn signals, driving in the left lane when there's no one in the driving lane, because you have to remember that people don't think about what's happening. They're usually on the cell phone, they're multitasking, and unfortunately that causes us to be irritated. So that and running red lights are probably the most dangerous things.
Lauren Fix is a former race car driver, and she's with the Car Care Council. She's been helping people drive safely for more than 20 years. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm good, Matt.
Nice to see you. Most new cars we buy today are pretty well equipped to handle extreme temperatures, aren't they?
There's a lot of choices. Like this is the Lincoln Aviator behind me that comes all-wheel drive. They can get them four-wheel drive. Not people think you've got a flood-damaged car and you purchase it, even though it's a 04 or 05, there's no warranty covered by the manufacturers. And I tell you what, the people that are scam artists out there know that, and they know how to make them look good enough so that you might not know better.
So what do you look for?
The first thing you want to do is pretty simple. Anyone can do this. You don't have to be a technician, although the safest way to do it is to get an ASE, certified master technician, to look at things. They're the ones that have the gear on the sleeve. Now, the first thing you do is open the doors and look at the door hinges and the seat belts. If you see rust or water lines in the seat belt material, seat belts are expensive to replace. If you see a water line, that's telling you right there this car has been sitting in one of those floods that you're showing.
Well, Lauren Fix is going to be here. She's here to tell us how to make sure your car keeps its cool. Our automotive expert. Lauren, good to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Al.
Now, we don't realize it, but I mean, the temperatures in the car can get hot. I mean, we worry about, say, burning ourselves, things like that. But it can do real damage to the car itself, right?
And you're right, and to the value of the car. I mean, you can lose $1,000 to $2,000 in the value of your vehicle. So if you go to places like Edmunds.com and you check out values, you see.
Automotive expert Lauren Fix is going to help us fix our gas budget. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
Good. How are you, Carol?
I'm doing just fine, although paying in excess of $3 a gallon right here at the world headquarters in Atlanta. There are advertisements, and there are stores that will tell you, hey, we've got this magnet, and if you attach it to this part of your car, it's actually going to help your car be more fuel efficient. There's a lot of stuff out there, gadgets. Do any of them work?
Well, it's funny you say that because the Federal Trade Commission has a full website that's quite intense on describing all the different brands and types. And in their words, they've tested over 100 alleged gas savings devices and have found none of them to be excessive. So what you really need to do is what the Car Care Council tells you, and that is all that basic maintenance and checking your tire pressure, all those things that we know we should do, but we really never get around to doing them.
But that's not the only way the car industry is trying to lessen the pain at the pump. Joining me now from the New York International Auto Show, automotive analyst Lauren Fix. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Kara.
So are you purposely standing in front of your favorite car? Is that why we're taking you live at this spot?
Well, it's one of my favorite cars. There's a lot of really phenomenal cars here this year. I have to say, I just watched them launch the new Shelby Hertz car. Oh, they're going to be at places we can rent, and I'm going to go rent one.
All right, you got to school me. What's the Shelby Hertz car?
Well, Ford just launched a Shelby GT350, and you can't even get one of the GT350s, but they just launched the Hertz car, one of those retro stylings that are coming out. And it's really great because the people that loved these cars when we were kids, the Challengers, the Camaros, and the Shelbys, well, they're coming back, and it's a big resurgence here at the show. And Ford just launched the Shelby GT350H, being H Hertz, for collectors out there, and Hertz is going to rent these cars to consumers, so you can go out and rent a 330 horsepower Shelby GT350 to drive around. We're here at the New York Auto Show, and it's all about performance and fuel economy. And starting off with the 2007 Jaguar XK Coupe. This is a beautiful new vehicle. It's all new technology. As you can see, this all aluminum construction is the most technologically advanced Jaguar ever produced. It's sleek, athletic, elegant, and powerful with a top speed of 155 miles an hour.
Well, if you watch 4 o'clock at 9 News regularly, you know that we love to spend time with Lauren Fix. She's the car coach, our automotive specialist. We love to get together with her when she's in town. Well, she's here this week because her husband, Paul, races in the Grand Prix. He was last year's Trans Am winner. They are, in fact, a racing family, and we spent some time with them down at the track this morning. The home on the road for Fix Racing, the team's garage just off the pits. The whole family is involved in the sport, including Mom, Lauren Fix.
It's a big family thing. We all race. We're either going to my events, his events, or our son races go-karts on our off weekends. He's been racing since he's 5. And Shelby's raced also, so it's all part of the family.
Auto expert Lauren Fix steers John and me to the best new and future rides in town. You're starting to see a lot more things to make it more interactive, and what all it comes down to is safety. Correcting skids, keeping you awake when you fall asleep.
Sedans are back. Coupes got cooler, like the latest Mini Cooper.
So wagons are really hot this year. This one from Suzuki getting a lot of attention already.
This is the Forenza wagon. It's designed by the same people who design Ferraris, and it's only $13,000 to $17,000.
Wow. So what does it look like? What are you doing in there, John?
It also has reclining seats, which can come in handy if you do a really early show.